India is the cradle of the human race, the birthplace of human speech and religion, the mother of history, the grandmother of legend, and the great-grandmother of tradition. We may have only close to 0.7% of the world tourism share, but we are gifted with the treasure trove of sea, sun, flora, fauna, river, 27 World Heritage Sites, 7,500 kilometers of coastline, 9,000 years of history and civilization, 22 languages, 1,542 dialects, 340 days of sunlight, 1641 tea estates, 60% of the world's tiger population, 60 national parks, 400 wildlife sanctuaries, 476 forts, 55,000 kilometers of lakes, streams, and rivers, a rich culinary heritage, 130,000 species, 70 million hectares of forests, over 147 dance forms, and 5,000 years of Ayurveda, acknowledged for our wisdom, knowledge, and thought. I often, ladies and gentlemen, find the idiomatic expression, the cart before the horse, an apt title for many of my presentations on the story of tourism in India. And this really pertains to the industry. Putting the cart before the horse is an analogy for doing things in the wrong order. We as an industry, and I mean the private sector, have thus far been doing things in a similar manner. We've been trying to create a push for tourism rather than creating a pull. To set things in the right order, we need to put the horse before the cart and market the benefits of tourism to all the stakeholders. The push will obviously follow. I don't plan to preach to the converted, but some of the marketable benefits of tourism, just to reiterate, are it represents 9% of the world GDP. 1 in every 12 jobs is in the tourism industry. It has the unique potential to fuel employment, skilled, unskilled, contributing to all strata of society. It is the main source of foreign exchange earnings for 1/3 of developing countries. It is in 1/2 of the least developed countries. It accounts for about 40% of the GDP. A high output multiplier 3 times, a redistributor of income and disseminator of wealth. The labor capital ratio per million rupees of investment creates 78 jobs in tourism. It binds nations together. Former US President Bill Clinton said, "I spent a lot of time when I was president trying to end wars, prevent killings, and promote understanding. What I've seen is that peace works better than conflict, and one of the best manifestations of it is in travel and tourism." As a nation, we must target 1% of the world tourism share by converting our natural and economic advantages into competitive advantages for our growth. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get a horse to set our cart in motion. It's time for new awakening, the time to strike a balance between our past and our present, between where we are and where we hope to be. It's time to transform our deepest fears into our biggest inspirations and our biggest challenges into our greatest opportunities. It's time to join forces and turn our dreams into a reality.